Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another Destiny video. Guiding Light here, and in this one I'm going to show you guys a pretty simple method to get your EDZ tokens for farming the factions. So the factions just got released earlier this morning, and in order to level up these factions and have a chance at getting some of the weapons and the gear, this week you need to destroy enemy supplies in the EDZ. So you're going to be able to find the supplies within the lost sectors, and they're pretty simple to find. I'm sure you guys already know where a good majority of them are. So all you actually have to do is just go to the EDZ, and you want to fast travel into the Trossland. Now there's a pretty simple method to make sure that you actually get a lot of tokens as you do this. And all you really need to do is just go into any of the lost sectors, and you're going to find these little boxes to destroy. There's going to be icons above them, so you really shouldn't miss them. And once you destroy them, you get your EDZ token, which then can be used towards the factions. So you're going to be able to find these little crates here inside a lot of these lost sectors. Now, you can actually go up to them occasionally and inspect them to get extra tokens, but if you just destroy them, you'll get 1 token, and then you can fast travel out. You don't even need to kill any of the enemies or anything like that. So you can just fast travel out immediately and go right back into any of the lost sectors. Now, instead of going directly back to the exact same lost sector, what I've been doing is I'll loot 3 different lost sectors. So there's 2 located right here in the Trossland that can be accessed pretty easily. There's one on the left of the church, and then there's one on the right of the church. There's also one underneath the church, but I haven't really been messing with that one too much. I've just been sticking to the ones on the left and the right because it's pretty easy to get a sparrow in there, and therefore you can kind of just go there a little quicker than you would be able to with the other one. So all you actually have to do is just go back and forth in between these 2 lost sectors. Now occasionally there will be times where they don't spawn back as fast. So what I've done is I've actually looted a 3rd lost sector, and I basically have turned it into like a little bit of a route. So I'll go to the exact same 3 lost sectors in the same order. So I'll get these 2 knocked out of the way here at the Trossland, and then there's actually a 3rd lost sector over in a different area that you can fast travel to. So sometimes the lost sector will only have about 1 of these things to destroy, but there's bigger lost sectors that you can find, and they will have like 3, sometimes even 4 of these caches to destroy within them. So over in the Sunken Isles here is where I usually go for my 3rd lost sector. It's another lost sector that's really easily accessible. All you really need to do is find any of the lost sectors that are very close to any of the fast travel points. It doesn't necessarily have to be, these exact same 3 lost sectors that I'm finding or that I'm showing you, but in order to get as many as you can, as fast as you can, you do want to make sure that it's as close to one of the fast travel points as possible. That way, when you get the lost sector looted, you can just fast travel out to the nearest place and then go right back inside to get another one. Now, like I said before at the beginning of the video, when I was just speedrunning it as fast as I could, I would run in, destroy the caches, and come back. It was working at first, but after about 15 minutes or so of doing that, the caches weren't spawning in as often. I would go into 1 lost sector and there'd be 3, and then I'd go right back into it and there would only be 1. So in order to get the most out of it, I would just make sure to not go to the same lost sector twice in a row. I'd go to 2 in one area, then I'd fast travel across the map and go to the 3rd. Now if you really want to and you can get a fire team together, you can do public events as well to get some of these faction tokens. Now if you can get like 3 people together, doing some heroic public events probably wouldn't be the worst idea. But if you're someone that just plays by yourself, or you just don't have any friends in your fire team, the method I'm showing you here is probably a bit faster. You won't have to worry about waiting for the public events to spawn in or killing any of the enemies. You can kind of just do it on your own time. It's a lot less stressful to just kind of run through these places, destroy the boxes, and then just fast travel out. So public events are an option, but this is probably the easier method, especially for solo players. It's pretty quick. I only farmed these tokens for about 25 minutes and ended up having over 50 of them by using this method, so I would say that this is pretty decent. I'm sure there may be 1 or 2 faster methods out there somewhere, but in all honesty, I don't think it's too much of a rush, and you'll get a pretty decent amount of tokens by using this method. Just go to the 3 lost sectors that I'm showing you guys here. Now, as you guys venture through this lost sector that I'm showing you, or some of the bigger ones, you may have to just keep an eye out. There's sometimes kind of tucked away or all the way in the back of the lost sector, so you want to make sure to really take a look at least the first time you go into the lost sector, so you can get a good idea as to where a good majority of these things spawn in. Then that way you can destroy them and make it a little faster the next time you come in. You won't have to be digging around looking for them. You should know where they all spawn, and you can just go inside, not worry about killing any of the enemies, and then just fast travel out whenever you're done. Now I was doing a little bit of tests here and there, and I would try killing the enemies and then looting the lost sectors, or I would try destroying the bombs after making sure all the enemies were dead, and it didn't really make the effect any different. I was still getting the same amount of tokens. If anything, that meant it'd take longer because I had to clear out all the enemies. And so that's why I suggest you guys just run in here, get your boxes, and then just fast travel out, and you should be able to get a pretty decent. So all you guys really need to do is just hop on your sparrows, fast travel into these places, and then just drive straight into the lost sectors that I'm showing you guys here. As you guys get through them, these boxes will respawn in, and then you can just destroy them again and again for the loot. So hopefully this helps you guys out, helps you farm your reputation for your factions pretty quickly. If it does help you out, be sure to drop a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe as well for future guides and tips and tricks, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.